today let's talk about your team and the building of it. One thing I noticed that everyone that works with me, whether it's in the mastermind, the year-long program, or when people come to my events, they're always complimenting my team to me. They always come up to me and they go, man, you got the best team. Your team is amazing. They did this. They made me feel safe here. They did that. They took care of this. And on it goes. And I want to help you with the building of your team. You know, I was a football player, right? So every level that you go up in football, whether it be high school and college and the pros, your team gets better, obviously, right? So when I was in college, I went to a college called UC Davis, right? Which is a Division II school. And UC Davis is a Division II school. They don't give any scholarships, right? And when I was at UC Davis, the players, you pretty much had to take care of yourself, right? So you ended up packing your bags before a game. You'd empty out your locker, you get your helmet, your shoes, you get your uniforms, you get your pads. This is me, the player, and I'm putting it in my travel bag, zipping up my travel bag, now putting that travel bag over my shoulder, walking out to the buses, throwing my travel bag on the bus, and then getting in the bus and traveling 2 hours to Humboldt State or Chico State to play that game. You'd also pack your own lunch on that bus, and you'd eat lunch on your way there, and then you'd end up playing the game. After the game, you'd take a shower, you take off your tape that you taped yourself, you'd take your uniform, put it back in the bag, put that back on the bus, get on the bus, and then travel back to UC Davis, where you then unloaded all your stuff again and again. Once I got to the pros, I was drafted by the Houston Oilers. The first game that we had, we were leaving for Tampa Bay, and I did what I always did, which was to pack my bag. So I went inside my Houston Oiler locker, I got my Houston Oiler helmet, my pads, my uniform, I started putting it in the travel bag and packing it up, and then I put it over my shoulder, started to walk out to the buses, and the equipment manager came up to me and he said, hey, rookie, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm just packing my bag like I always do and gonna, you know, travel to Tampa Bay. And they said, no, you're in the pros now. You don't touch your own stuff. And something clicked for me right there. He said, they had people to tape me. They had people to feed me. They had people to fly me. They had people to pack my bag. They had the people to put my shoes in the bag, zip it up, and put it on the bus to travel to the plane. The higher up I got in sports to this elite level, the less I actually did. The equipment manager also said this to me. He goes, your job is to play fast, is to be healthy, is to play full speed. That's how we win, by you being a thoroughbred. And he said, our job is to make sure the thoroughbred runs fast, and that's all the thoroughbred does. The thoroughbred doesn't worry about anything else. So think about those two scenarios. One in my college, at my small college, one in the pros. Think of building your team exactly like that. Think of the people that you should build on your team that will take responsibilities off of you. Responsibilities of like carrying things, of putting things here and there, writing emails, whatever it is that you don't actually do well, and fulfill those places on your team. That way, you're the thoroughbred. All you do is run fast. Now, I know that people go, well, I can't afford that. I get it. At first, you have to do all that work, right? But there comes a certain point where it just doesn't help the company and it doesn't help you if you're doing all these tasks that you shouldn't be doing. So think of yourself as that thoroughbred. Think of a thoroughbred. They don't do anything. They don't think about what they're going to eat today. They don't think about if they're going to be groomed today. They don't think about how they're going to get to the racetrack. All they know, they're going to run fast once they're on that track. That's how I want you to start thinking of your company. You're the goods, you're the thoroughbred, you're that elite player, and then build your team with these other players that allow you to do this one thing that you do great. Try building your team like that. Start looking for your teammates like that, and I'm telling you, your business will explode. And here's another quick tip before I go. You don't need a big team. Most people go, well, that's a lot of people, Bo. No, you don't need a lot of people. You need a few people. In fact, you start with one. One great player that will help you, that will allow you to do the thing you do, which is run fast. Then slowly you'll add on players so that you can really run fast, and that track is just completely clear in front of you. That's how I want you to build your team. Get out there and do it. Here's what I want you to do next. I want you to go over to boeason.com and I want you to download my free storytelling guide. And in there are all kinds of exercises to get you up on your feet, start developing and telling your story. You're also going to be the first to find out when a new video comes out, because the hardest thing about being the best and continuing to be the best is you have to be reminded of what is current. So you're going to be the first to know. We're going to keep you accountable. Go over to boeason.com. Continue to be the best.